I'm Stephen, and I'm a pastor.
I'm Lisa, and I was a school teacher before our surprise baby. We're doing our best, trying to balance faith, family, and fitness.
We're chasing big goals, including qualifying for Boston. And we're running our second half strong.
Welcome to another episode of Second Half Strong. And so today it's going to be all about winter running. And so I'm going to take you through my 2 rules I use for winter running, take you on a couple of those runs with me as I'm training for Boston, and then also go through some of the different gear that I've been using as I'm training. So here we go. Right off the bat, I'm going to start out with rule number 1, and that's this. It's check the gear chart. I literally have a gear chart I look at every day to make sure whatever gear I'm wearing matches the temperature outside. All right, so we're over here on my half of the bathroom. As far as a rule number 1 for winter running, the first one is check the gear chart. On your screen, you can see kind of how I have it. Got to make sure every night before I run, I'm checking what the temperature's gonna be the next day, and then I lay out my gear. The most important temperature is the feels like temperature, because sometimes it's significantly different than what the actual temperature is. And so I have a little bit different chart here that I look at every day from what you're seeing that's nice and pretty on your screen, but I check that out, and then I keep most of my gear down here. And so I've already had some of it laid out because I knew it was going to be hard to do with one hand while I've got the camera. Let's grab my stuff and I'll lay it out in the morning and then figure out if I've forgotten something, and then my heat gear, definitely gonna need that tomorrow. And so lots of times that gets piled up, and that's the stuff that gets stinky if I forget to actually clean it and throw it in the wash. But anyways, I try to lay it all out the night before and make sure I've got it, make sure I'm not waking up Lisa when I'm up at 4:30 getting ready to go run. One of the things I'm planning on doing every now and then on our channel is reviewing some of this gear that I'm using as I'm kind of trying to become more of a hardcore runner. So I did a lot of running when I was in the Army, but I really had no idea as far as the gear I got because we just used whatever it is they gave us. And I didn't know anything about running. When I started kind of this fitness journey at the beginning of this summer, my wife, Lisa, encouraged me to go to our local running store. And so I did. I got fitted for like my gait, my size, and all the different things that go into that I didn't know was as in-depth as it is. And they told me to wear a size 11, which has been absolutely huge. I've always worn a 10.5, and when they did that, they also suggested some different shoes and things. And so I got these. These have been awesome shoes. They're Asics. They're called Gel Cumulus 26, and they're actually a model older than the guy suggested, but I did that because they're way cheaper than the newest model, and man, I've absolutely loved them. I don't know how many miles I put on them. So what I did is I got a new set of Asics. These are the exact same shoe, it's just different color and whatnot of those Asics Gel Cumulus 26. This time I'm going to track the stats on them and things like that. But man, I'd encourage you, if you're getting into running, go to a store and get fitted. It's free to do that, and they can tell you all types of things about your stride and different things that can help you pick out a good shoe, because I've always had blisters when I've run, and since I've used these new shoes, I've never had an issue with them at all, which is just a gift from the Lord. And so these are my new kicks. I'm going to try these out and let you know how they work. Good morning. And so man, it is bright and early. Wake up at 4:30, got to go get my run in, and so that is so much of my training is just making sure I've got the discipline to get those miles in. And so excited for today. I'm going to try out my brand new shoes, and so excited for those. And this video is all about winter running, but today it's just not that cold, and so excited to be able to just go get a run in shorts, and then we'll show you some gear after we're done. All right, so the wind isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so that's good. And so I'm going to throw on my gloves and get running.
All right, well, just finished my run, going back to the car. So good, easy run this morning, but that's all I got.
Okay, so here's some of the other gear that I bought for my winter training. And so I got all this stuff off of Amazon, and so we can put the links on there. But I really needed some light, cold gloves. I went on a long run, and my hands were so cold. And so I didn't really care about any of the other gear. I wanted something for my hands, and so Lisa found me these gloves.
The brand is Fan Vents, and just searched on Amazon for running gloves, and they were $11.99. But I like them. They go back pretty far, which is really nice when you're wearing long sleeves because it can cut off all the wind.
Also got some other things. I didn't know a light beanie was a thing. Got this light beanie.
So I found this one the same way, just looking for a beanie on Amazon for running. And this is called the Empire Lion 9-inch multifunctional lightweight beanie. And so I really do like it. It's very functional. It's been working great for me, but I've got a huge head, so I feel like it fits me pretty tight. That's my only complaint is the aesthetic of it.
On top of that, I got a new neck gaiter, which is a Nike. And so the Nike was a little bit more expensive than some of the other options, but I thought it looked cool.
So when I bought this, it was $29.95. Lisa just looked online and found one on sale for her for right at $10. And so you might be able to catch one cheaper than I got one for. But man, I really have loved it. I think it fits great. It has all the multifunctional aspects that all neck gaiters have. And I do think it looks really good.
Got that. But that's some of the different gear. I'll let you know how it holds up throughout the winter.
So that's some of my new winter running gear, which is helpful when I'm following winter running rule number 1. Check the gear chart. But here is winter running rule number 2.
All right, so rule number 2, gotta lube up. And so the first thing for our winter running that I always lube is my lips. Gotta lube my lips, and so never have to really mess with it in the summer. And so I've just got my whole lube station right here as far as the different things I use. And so one of the things I really struggled with this summer was my nipple chafing. Never had that before, and so I'd put Band-Aids over it. Now Lisa just got me some of these to try, and then I'll actually use lanolin on my nips. But the other lube I've got is my Body Glide, and so sometimes I'll do that on skin, so I don't like chafe between my legs, but sometimes I get it on the back of my arms, kind of close to my armpits. And the other stuff I'll use is Bag Balm. I've been using this stuff since the Army. I had an SF guy actually recommend it to me because I had blisters so bad. Sometimes I just got to lube up my blisties, but I haven't had, like I said, with those new shoes, I haven't had a problem with those, and so I haven't had to use that this much, but I also use it kind of as a replacement for Vaseline. It's a little bit thicker. Some people call it udder butter. But anyways, that's my lube station, so gotta lube up. But first of all, winter running, gotta lube my lips.
So just got to the park where I run. Thought maybe getting here a little bit later would help with the temperature. It did not, and so I had the day off today. It's about 7:45 to where I can actually see a little bit, but man, it is cold. It's 8 degrees, which is a complete contrast to last week. Last week we had some of the hottest days on record ever in Tulsa. It was 80 degrees a couple times, and now it feels like 8. And so true winter running today, and I'm gonna go get started. Not a whole lot of people in the parking lot on a day like today. It's just so cold. All right, well, that wind chill is absolutely brutal, and so man, got on my heat gear, but I am not very warm right now. Let it go get started so I can get a little bit toasty. So that sun's come out and it's a little bit better now. But believe it or not, I think I still prefer running when it feels like 8 degrees than running long on the treadmill. 10K is done, and so I don't know if you can see it. I've got some frost on my hat. It was a chilly winter morning. That's what my winter training is looking like right now, and so, man, we're so glad that you have been watching with us.
Yes, thank you so much. And come back next week. We are going to talk about our February challenge for the month. We're really excited about that, so you don't want to miss that. Also, we're going to talk about what Steven is going to be up to, some race challenges that he's got coming up, and also his next mile for time. So come back next week.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Also, if you just love us, will you do us a favor? Subscribe, like, and then comment down below and just tell us, hey, what are your biggest winter running challenges? We'd love to connect with you. Thank y'all so much. I'm Steven.
And I'm Lisa, and we're running our second half strong.